Trading pressure and can you handle it? Hi, it's Charlie giving you Saturday's video. I hope you're very well. So I'm going to start off with a bit of a story here for you on a trader who had over 10 years experience. Or I shouldn't use the past tense actually. This trader is still trading. So this is a trader who told me their story just recently. So they've got over 10 years trading experience, and in recent years, certainly over the last 4 or 5 years, maybe a bit more, they've been, profitable. And I hate using that word consistently profitable. Anyone who ever tells you uses that word consistently profitable, you've got to be a little bit on the back of that, because there is no consistency in the market. It's not a job. You don't get a pay packet at the end of the month. Everything is always a bit different. Your approach can be consistent though. Anyway, I digress. So he's been profitable for a number of years, and that's what makes this story quite interesting, because what happened was, just this year, coming into 2024, he's got I think it's like a textile business, and his business coming into this year was on the decline. So, and he's been quite successful in this business, and so it was underperforming for whatever reasons. And anyway, what happened was, and he was trading with a six-figure pot of money as well, so not a small pot of money, but of course, he's been accustomed to a given lifestyle. His trading was good. He's got his trading methodology and strategy approach. And he was quite comfortable with that. So he's come into 2024. The business isn't doing as well, but he's got accustomed to the lifestyle of having a successful business, doing a bit of swing trading on the side, and doing quite well with that as well. And of course, there are pressures there. The pressures to maintain the lifestyle. His wife, his partner, expects, she doesn't work, and she likes the nicer things in life as well. So that ends up becoming, an underlying pressure. Not that she's sitting there saying bring money in, but there's an expectation there. She likes all the finer things as well, much like he does. So before you know it, these things start to reach, they end up becoming like a crescendo, really. So all of these things together, this is someone who's, you can argue is a competent trader, who's been, to varying degrees over the last 5 years profitable. And I have to say that because obviously every year is slightly different as far as profitability is concerned. But is what anyone from the outside, if you looked at that trader's performance over the last 5 years, it's a successful trader. And yet the pressures started to build because the business wasn't doing so well. So what happened is he started to lean on the trading. Now, I know that, lean on the trading. Yes, there we go. I know that a lot of traders, well, they want to become a full-time trader and for it to become their sole endeavor. But this isn't someone who was a full-time trader. But because of the income was going down, he still wanted to maintain that lifestyle. And so to compensate, he started to do what? Just move away from what was a successful approach. And he was still doing the same thing, but just started to, identify a few extra trades here or there, increase his position size, beyond what he used to historically do. And then so often what happens, that sort of thing happens in conjunction with, maybe in any other given year, it would have just been a flat period or a marginal drawdown. It's become a larger drawdown because of the extra trading, putting extra position size on to try and make that bit more money. So the focus has gone. So the focus away from just the process of trading to, oh, actually, I could do with making an extra whatever the amount is, so whatever his previous profits in a given year were, trying to lean on it to try and make more. And so often is the case that when you try and do that, it doesn't work. So, or it's Murphy's Law whether it does or not. So let's come out of that. What can we take from this story? One, the main thing is, do not ever underestimate the psychological part of trading. Doesn't matter how good you are right now or what sort of performance you've put in over the last several months or even several years. Do not ever underestimate just how, doesn't matter what your strategy or approach is, and this is what annoys me when I hear of all this stuff on social media. People are constantly searching for this holy grail of trading strategies because they think that's the answer. And of course, yes, you have to have approach to the market, but it really isn't the answer, because if your mindset isn't there, you'll never make money with a given approach anyway. That chap had a successful approach to the market, but because of his mindset changed, it mucked up the entire approach and led to a substantial drop in his equity. So he lost about £300,000. Still got a decent amount of money, but still a big old drop in his equity. So do not underestimate the power of the dark side, as I always say. Just when you think that you've got it licked, sometimes other stuff in your life will come along and challenge you in life, much like his business, and then that can filter over into your trading. It could be that. I was literally at a trading show yesterday and someone was telling me about how a divorce affected his trading, as you could imagine, with the stresses that could happen, that can go on there. So there are all sorts of things that can happen to you in life, and this is why we've got to constantly be working on our mindset, because if we don't, we can be merrily going along, and all the time trading's going well, you think, oh, I've got this whole mindset thing licked. And then as soon as you go into a drawdown period or life, something happens in life to you, all that mindset stuff has to come back in because you're going to need it. And so you have to constantly be working on that so that you can have that self-awareness of what you're doing. Self-awareness. Because if you don't, then it'll sneak up on you, much like it happened to this guy, and all of a sudden it was the same approach, just started putting in a few more trades here and there, and before you know it, and that combined with a drawdown, it exaggerated everything, and everything becomes that much bigger. So that's my main advice today. Always be well aware of where you're at, what's going on in your life, because all of that stuff can affect your trading. And don't ever think that just because you're 4 years into your trading or 7 years into your trading, or like this chap, over 10 years or just over 10 years into his trading, that you've got it mastered. Because just when you think you have, the market will throw a curveball at you one way or another, or life will throw a curveball at you, and that pressure in his example, that pressure to maintain the money, the income, the lifestyle, started to get hold of his trading. And so yeah, a nice little example for this Saturday. I'll be back. I've got loads of videos lined up over the next few weeks. I'll see you next week.